Alright. What is up, YouTube? This is Very Sage here in another edition of Anime Live Stream Reactions. Today, we now return to Railgun T, where we're going to do episode 16 of this third season. Yeah, so if any of you guys did remember, JC Staff was really powering through trying to complete that Daheisei Festival arc. And despite some of the setbacks here. I do apologize for back in episode 15, I did not initially understand it because my memory did lapse at the time. And it didn't feel like it was the segue from the end of that arc to Misaki's and sort of little segment there with God damn it, I keep forgetting. This is the problem. Like, it was from there then to back to Misaki's point, because at the end it was still more of Misaki, centered around Misaki, that little segment. So I do apologize if that part did not hit me like as much at the time, because when I did return to it after all the intel, it did actually hit me. And apparently, from what I heard, the episode director, I don't know if this is confirmed, the episode director of that one is the same one that did episode 4. That was doing episode 14 of the second season. So that kind of goes to show that he knows where to put the direct the emotional parts in. I know I'm not gonna really get much of an audience this time around because I don't think anyone's was really just gonna get up to it when Railgun turns. Like they just they know it's a delay, but they forget when it is, and they're just gonna pick it up later on. I can get that. So next arc is the Dream Ranker arc, and for what I've heard, Item is going to be involved, specifically Fredra, who from what we saw in third season of Index, sadly, she gets put down. She gets put down, like out of commission. Not just out of commission, she's like just straight up kill. I don't want to even say I hate how cold and apathetic the Index did that to her and to the rest of Item. So it's kind of nice to see that she's gonna be here again, but thankfully, just let me check. I want to see if this chat is still working. I just hope it didn't I'm not like lagging or something here. Oh, by the way, did anyone like my wallpaper? Anyone like my wallpapers here? 93 Espada. I mean, I hope you're saying horrible about the in the third season of Index, because the third season of Index was just straight up bad. It was just awful. Like, as someone who enjoys the Toaru sort of terminology and the lore, how the world's kind of set up, third season was such a mess in all its glory. It does work. So yeah, the wallpapers. Okay, so I did not notice. Okay, so I did not notice until I just looking at the chat here. And I don't know how I'm looking at it through a small. Now notice it through a small screen. That at the bottom right, what the hell is Kuroko doing? She's just literally gloating over what I know is like a chocolate sculpture of her being nude, just doing I don't know what this is. I just noticed that, so that just occurred to me. I need to get I hope Mouse gets has time to prepare an animated GIF logo for this one. But yeah, I don't know what to really think about the Dream Makers. I can only assume it may have something to do. There's some sort of plot going on regarding taking advantage of people's dreams or aspirations and all. I don't know. This will be a little bit of a good insight. I'm not so sure how Frederick just kind of goes into it. And from what I've heard, Toma's not the only. from what I heard from the Railgun manga editor somewhere, or I think it was from Reddit, Predator is actually also a level 0. So Toma is honestly is actually not the only notable level 0. I think I noticed other level 0s, but I don't really, but nothing, but I don't really remember them. So they're kind of few and far in between for me personally. Well, or just not as notable as like everybody else there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. How Fedora got her life ended. That was awful. Not even in the sense because we're not even allowed to feel bad for her either. Which I don't know if that was which I'm pretty sure that was not something intended. I think it was more something of how the adaptation just fucked it up, you know. Because Index is I don't know why, like they really do so much justice with Railgun, but do so little for the Index. Because the index source material is supposed to be better than the Railgun manga, obviously, because it has all the info stocked in there. So I'll just go. So of course it just comes down to light novel adaptations are not usually well adapted. That doesn't mean they cannot be good series by themselves. But for Index, because of a lot of the stuff that was running on all that information that's likely in the source material, it just doesn't know what to do with it, and so stuff is made unclear, and it's still confusing, and it just discombobulated. It doesn't have something to really just hook you in other than Toma's, other than the tropes that surround Toma, if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah, it was awful how they just did her in like that. Oh yeah, Hamazura and Saturn are level 0s too. Yeah, I did. I mean, I almost forgot my girl was also level 0. Toma is funny because I know there's because most of us, we usually talk about level 3s, 4s, and 5, level 3, 4s, and 5s, and level 0s almost never get really mentioned. So, yeah. Let's just get started. I don't know what else. I'm not so sure what else to expect. I just want to be surprised, or interested. So I think I hope the show the episode will start off with a bit of some comedy here, which shouldn't be too unusual, and it's just gonna slowly get us into the plot. I think that's how it should go. But we'll see how it goes down. Hopefully, if anything is wrong with how the playback is, the audio is somehow on or my mic is off, do let me know. All right. Railgun 3rd, episode 16 in 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Why is Usaga's face like that? Oh yeah, she does fanboy over it. She fanboys it a lot, both Index and Railgun. I mean, yeah, she was. She wasn't really fit. You remember, like in the last arc, she couldn't. They're arguing again. They're literally just arguing again. I'm just. Uh oh. Uh oh. I just wondering how she fit all that hair into a swim cap. That's a miracle in itself. That has to do with the new arc, huh? The oh. Yeah. It's time to duel. Huh. Interesting way they're doing this opening. Oh wow, okay. So yeah, pretty much hinting at what their ability is gonna be. Oh, the what is that? Like, is that freaking like is that freaking Sharingan? Or no, like the Genjutsu sort of. I don't know. There's supposed to be a upgraded version of that. I fucking forgot. God damn it. Item school. Oh yeah, school and scavenger. Okay. 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 Did they steal this technology from Kyber Corporation? Did they legit just hack Kyber Corporation so they can get this technology to be able to do something like that? Because this is literally something I could see. Like they did this. They had this sort of shit in GX, if I remember. Like Jane put some just wrote in some card, went up in a rocket, and I'm just brainstorming here. Oh, okay. This is Dream State. Why is the lighting so? Why is the lighting just so like just so prominent here? What the hell? What the hell? Are we playing Alice in One? Oh dear. I wonder how that card's gonna turn. I wonder how that Yu-Gi-Oh! That Dream Maker card's gonna turn out. Okay, so I can get why she shows up in her dreams. Because she always thinks of her as a pain in the ass. Oh god. Oh god. Wait, what? She's not reacting to her, by the way. She's just reacting to whatever's in the dream. Don't add this. Oh. Ouch. Okay, this is Junko's Victoria dream. Okay. Hello, Croco? Arthur Croco? Okay. Okay. Huh? I felt like I'm supposed to know this guy from somewhere. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Nah, like, Misaka just basically was her in position. That's why they just looked weird. What? I like how the bleep just makes it funnier. Why are you? What's with the bleeps, man? Are they saying something not translated well that we're not supposed to hear? What the shit? Oh, speaking of them. Why you gotta just bleep? Why you just gotta bleep this, man? We can't say it's on. They can't say it's on national television, or at least no Japanese broadcast. Oh lord. This really feels like a comical shit take to start off the return. Oh, true. Oh, it's just taking out the trash like that. True. Uh, I just reacted at the same time. Just so subtly. She's left in the dark. I almost thought it ended. Error 404. She just rebooted. Doop, 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 doop. All right, so looks like we may get down to the business here. Why is it always this the sketchy looking app that causes trouble in this sort of setup? I've seen this way too many times to be this surprised. Okay, yeah. Anyone watch Gotchaman crowds? There's always something with these damn the smartphones, or except they help you transform and shit. Huh. So all of them are perfect predictions. What does this mean, man? I'm guessing it has to do with some of the characters in the OP. I don't know who exactly might be. Okay. Those were not recorded? Something tells me that the accidents recorded were involving single individuals being targeted, not something like breakouts like a fire or something. Based on what I'm seeing there, just my theory. So this probably is by this is more likely by somebody or a few people scooping up. I don't know. I don't know. Food for thought. Where might that be? mm. It might be a trap. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay. But it will happen at some point. I wouldn't think. Oh, that guy that was at the bridge was at the bridgeway. I'm surprised the car didn't look really wrecked compared to the vending machines. Oh, okay. So to lure her out? For what? So my theory is kind of off, but I'm not so sure why the fire isn't. I guess it only depends on if depend. It's kind of a choice thing. Like not everything gets recorded. It's not like anything particularly specific. Okay, fair enough. Huh. Fair enough. I mean, if this information lets loose, there's gonna be someone's gonna try to take advantage. Hmm. We can find you. I can go call Aaron. I can call Aaron from Boku no Hero Academy if you like. Okay, so ending visuals will come next week, or not. Never mind. This is a food for thought. I do really like how this episode turns out, but there are a bit of qualms, and it's not really anything story related to the quality of the story, but it's just more like just how I felt, just kind of like something I expected. It's really nice and all. Huh. Okay, so let's talk a bit about this episode. I don't want to make this as elongated as because I do need to set up a stream for my other girlfriend. Just to get some stuff out of the way. I think people have noticed this, and I know it was kind of there. It does seem that the animation, I don't know if it's intentional or if something's going on, but the animation just kind of feels a bit off compared to off for this, at least for this particular episode. This feels a bit stiff. And I don't think, and I think it's because it's not really highlighting the more important. It's not really an important episode to highlight, but I think it also could pertain to the things that are happening in worldwide. I don't know if it's the taxing, because right now they're doing this 5th season of Shokugeki Soma, and those visuals are so damn stiff right now. So yeah, it's not really bad per se, but some of the choices in terms of some shots here and there just kind of really felt off. Now I do want to at least believe that some of this was intentional, but I'm gonna say during the when Misaki was basically taking Junko's position, basically in her shoes, in her dream, all right. The outline, the border lines are just really highlighted. I don't know if, and I was thinking that it is just how the dream is just indicating that she's in a dream, but I also see this in the ending visuals, like when she was like during the chorus. So it just feels really off for me personally. Now I do know stuff can get cleaned up in the Blu-rays, but this one just felt a bit off. This one just felt quite off for me in terms of the visuals there, which kind of sometimes interrupts my concentration on certain parts. Not that I didn't get the big picture though, but it was not really, I don't think it's really anything to take away from take away story quality wise, but I will say that the JC staff seems to be pretty exhausted after really trying to drug through that festival art, which was quite amazing in all its right. But yeah, but that's really the only thing that really felt off about this episode. Everything else was quite amusing in itself. Everything else is fine. It's just that the visuals here, and hopefully it will, and I would hope they will start to improve. It doesn't need to be like a huge improvement from this episode, but considering, and I know that the whole pandemic thing is still kind of going on in Japan, but it's not as urgent as here, because I won't say it got that much better, but I will say that it's kind of just going along at this point. I don't know the details. Like, if I would know if there was a big panic, I would actually hear about it. But I would think it's just kind of going like this. So yeah, they're still doing their works, but at the same time, they have to be careful. They have to practice good, they have to practice good sanitation methods here. But yeah, I mean, we are getting into this Dreammaker arc. We go off, and thankfully, and to my expectations, they start off with a bit of comedy to really just kind of ease us back into this story. I did kind of just kind of lapped for a minute when Misaka was, it was in Juko's dream, because it did not occur to me that she would be taking the place of someone else's dream. I did not think it would be that convenient. Not that I think it's recommended, because who knows, because okay, one guy's particular dream will be more fucked up than the other's particular dream. If that guy ends up experiencing that, that's not gonna turn out well. Poor to be fair, Kuroko did herself wrong. Was at fault for being in the vicinity when Misaka just violently woke up from that dream. Okay, so she was on error 404 for quite a bit of time before she finally came to, and the whole thing regarding the Dreammaker cards came to light. Wait, no, not that part. The part with the part with the, well, I don't know if how associated the cards are, but it has to, but then the whole thing, with the whole photos, the apps, and then like it shows some stuff that would recorded incidents that will happen in the future. Maybe give or take, when it maybe a few minutes or less when it happens, but it will happen. So I would guess his ability is more based on precognition, and of course it's not something he can do conveniently, and I can get why he's not as easy. He's not at ease to talk about it because of the nature of it and how other people can take advantage of it. Obviously, it's kind of just straightforward with that. Yeah, Nick, it was besides the really weird looking, just some of the really stiff. It was really stiff in terms of the visual stuff, but it was still a really fun, a very interesting, engaging episode nonetheless. I am just gonna say that as much as Misaka and Misaki are at bad terms with each other, whether for gags or just on a serious note, they seem to think they somehow are alike in more ways than one than they accept it to be. Like when Juko asked, like, when I don't know about thing regarding like guys they're interested in, they both now different body positions and all, but they just literally, you just could see them literally react at the same time and just try to both play it off like, no, we're not gonna answer that. Okay, so I'm just gonna read. So if the technology were available, it would also be used for perverted reasons. Yeah, you have to. This is all. I mean, that is just kind of part of why he doesn't want to be. He wants to be incognito with it, because he doesn't want to make. If you showed an app like this, is why we don't. We have to be careful with apps like these, because if an app does something that's too good to be true and people gonna just you shouldn't bite on it, because the shit's gonna happen. And now to be fair, our psychic boy, or our pre-incog boy here, can't believe, well, short-term memory wise, I just fucking forgot his name on the fly. Sorry. He has to. The reason he uses apps is to conceal the identity, because he wants to go around, because he wants to draw attention so we can contact them, and hopefully it's one that can change the events that he's able to see with his foresight, which I can actually see why. This is why I joked about Erin, the little girl with the horns from season 4 of My Hero Academia. That season was awful though, in terms of the storyline. It had great moments, but everything else was just really tacked overall. But Erin has the ability to rewind a person to a certain state, to the point where if she's not able to control it properly, she'll rewind someone out of existence. And so because of her ways to interrupt someone's time, or time, that can interrupt someone's initial foreshadowing, because Night Eye was foreshadowing that Meteor would get killed, but he ended up not getting killed. He ends up stomping the shit out of Overhaul with his unlimited one for all works via the free trial given by Erin, because he kept destroying himself. He kept physically destroying himself faster than Erin can rewind him out of existence. So when you say, so it altered his fate. That's why I brought up Erin as a little bit of a joke. That's why I ordered it as a joke, because she could be able to someone like her can to a certain extent. It's rather limited, because it doesn't rewind events, it rewinds a person. But if it can rewind a person's time, then it would kind of alter that future event in a way. But I don't know. That's why I brought it up. No, I wouldn't say he is like Erin. It's just more, Nick, the boy here is more like Night Eye, in a way. But I mean, the functionality of their powers is still different here and there, because like Night Eye's quirk is not really something mind related. It's more of sort of a genetic sort of ways. Yeah, Night Eye did die instead of Vermilion. Yeah, oh boy. The recorded dreams would be taken advantage of for really awful reasons. This is why we hesitate trying to advance with technology and all, because some twisted prick out there is gonna try to wreak havoc with an app like that, and I don't want to be a part of that if something like that goes down. Like, just count me out, man. They do this a lot here. I mean, I don't frankly remember all the shows that have this sort of setup, but they're quite straightforward. Not that it's bad. This feels like it's gonna be straightforward at first, but I feel like it will get more complicated as the show goes along. I don't know how much though. Aaron the Kid goes, she reminded me of this arc. Yeah, Aaron is the one that is someone that could help him alter the fate events. But she can, like I said, she can only alter the timeline of a person, and if she's not careful, she'll rewind that person out of existence. So I just doing a joke there because it's not reliable. Like, it would have to be someone that can alter not just the people involved, the individual or people involved, or a group of people involved, but everything around, but everything circulating that future event. She would have to find somebody to be able to do that. I don't know who would be able to do that. I mean, I cannot come up with anyone on the top of the head because, frankly, Toaru has too many damn characters I can't even remember their damn names. And you can only predict accidents of places he took pictures of. There are a few shows, to be honest, that have set up. Yeah. Because like he's able to look at that, and then it just kind of comes up in that ways. Because he's able to portray his sort of marble image on it. I don't know. I don't think they really specified the method of how they kind of do that scanning there. They'll go into it. I will try to relook at this episode when I have time, but it's an interesting episode nonetheless. It has a comedy to start off, and then it just kind of reels you in. It's a nice way to get us into this arc. I feel like not the very beginning of the season. Most arcs in any anime need to kind of just reel you in with some lighthearted stuff before it really gets into the nitty-gritty portion, and it needs to have some sort of balance. Now, Railgun knows when to be serious and when to be funny. Unlike another show that I'm watching currently, ReZero. So we know when the comedy's gonna come, and we like it. It doesn't feel off-putting. We know when it's gonna get serious, and we have to know it's getting serious. Yeah, they'll jab in some little jokes here and there, but not something that I feel like will throw off the tone of that arc, I think, in my opinion. Like, just the notable Railgun characters alone are hard to remember them all, unless if you're an extremely dedicated fan of the Toaruverse. And unfortunately, I am a fan of the Toaruverse, but not to the point where I can remember everything. Like, no chance. And for someone like me who was about to turn 30 in like just a little over a week, like 9 days. I'm gonna turn 30, and like I won't look that much older physically, but mentally I would have grown a bit senile. It's not like I have memory loss. It's not like I'm having that early memory loss, but generally when you're at this age, it's not like you can just have. It's not like your memory is just like, oh, you just like a photograph where it's recorded that easily. It's just kind of blotched. So forgive me for that one. That's the nature of how getting older is. But anyways, enough about me. It was a good episode nonetheless. Just could have been. Besides the really perplexing visuals, it was a really good episode nonetheless. And there's more to come. I do hope the animation does kind of improve or gets to a point where like, because if it is a bit of a drop off, that is a problem. I'll have to keep a lookout on that. And hopefully it doesn't have to pertain to the fact that JC Staff's already doing Shokugeki no Soma. Which I'd hope is like just a completely separate staff. Like, it's not like they're sharing their workload. It's like different people, different projects going on in the same building, but with the different maybe a different different areas of gathering or something like that. Nice Spot says, I think Kamachi and Himura could counted over 300 named characters, including very minor characters last year. I can remember all the villains from Index OT, including minor characters, Railgun, because I love this show so much. LOL. That great, good for you, man. I can't say anything for myself because like I said, I'm at that point in my life where things are not that easy to remember. Even the simple stuff too, which is really sad. But I mean, that's kind of the nature of, like I said, that's kind of the nature of, you know, losing your youth, like year by year, month by month. But that just got way off topic. It's a good episode nonetheless, and I just look forward to seeing more. And hopefully it finishes strong, because I loved the second season, but it finished rather meh, like, because it was an anime original. Even though even though I was aware of the purpose of that one. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. The stream for Rent a Girlfriend is I'm gonna try to get that prepped right after this. I will and when I do, it'll show up on my channel, and it will also be notified on the Discord server. Yeah, but that'll do it for this edition of Railgun Third Reaction. So thank you guys for coming out. This is Radio Station signing off. See you next time. Take